Hey, I'm Steven and this is Solving the Money Problem. If you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. So Tesla has just cancelled the Model S Plaid Plus edition. I have to admit this decision has taken me somewhat by surprise, especially given the fact that we're just a few days from the Model S Plaid deliveries event. By the way, don't get confused, the Model S Plaid is still being released. Plaid Plus with extended range and even more ridiculous performance has now been scratched. So in this video, we'll run through Tesla's official reasoning as to why this has been cancelled, and I'll also speculate as to some of the other potential reasons that I personally believe may be behind this decision. So let's get into the video. And by the way, since I know there's a lot of crypto lovers watching and people who like free stuff, it's your lucky day. For a limited time, you can get up to $250 in free crypto bonuses when funding a new account on BlockFi, where you can use cryptocurrency to earn interest, borrow cash, and buy or sell crypto. If you want your free crypto, use the link in the description. It also helps out the channel. And if you'd like up to 2 free stocks, check out the link in the description to WeBull. If you open a new account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening an account. And if you fund your account with $100, you'll get a second free stock valued up to $1,600. Unless you don't like free stocks, that is. And if you're in Australia, the UK, or New Zealand, you can get a free stock with stake, also using the link in the description. Let's get back to it. So here we are on Twitter. Elon Musk profile picture recently updated to a plaid design. Clearly, Tesla emphasizing the release, the beginning of deliveries for the Model S Plaid edition, the delivery event happening in just a few days. And Elon has provided us with a few additional updates in some recent tweets. Model S goes to Plaid speed this week. Plaid Plus is cancelled. No need, as Plaid is just so good. 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds. Quickest production car ever made of any kind. Has to be felt to be believed. Now I've just headed over to the Model S design page on the Tesla official website. This is breaking news from Elon. Haven't even had time to update the Tesla website. Now the reason that the Plaid Plus has been cancelled, per Elon's tweet, it's literally unnecessary. The Plaid itself has such insane, ridiculous performance. The incremental increase in performance and extended range of the Plaid Model S, not necessary, according to Elon. Let's have a look at the core difference between the Plaid and the Plaid Plus edition of the Model S. The Plaid edition, just under $120,000, 390 mile estimated range, as it stands today, 200 mile per hour top speed, and a 1.99 second 0 to 60 mile time. The Plaid Plus, now no longer available, unable to be ordered, was originally intended for deliveries in mid-2022, shout out to the 4680 cells, now cancelled. But if we dig a little bit deeper, we can actually find the performance stats and the comparison between the Plaid and the Plaid Plus to see what the actual difference was in terms of performance and features. So let's compare. The Plaid edition, a 1.99 second quarter mile time. Plaid Plus simply listed as less than 1.99 seconds. Now, how much of an incremental difference there was in terms of acceleration, I guess we will never know. My suspicion that it was marginal at best, and the reason that the Plaid Plus was really offered as an option was simply for the extended range, with 520 plus miles of total range versus 390 miles. Top speed identical between the Plaid and the Plaid Plus. Drivetrain also identical between the Plaid and the Plaid Plus. So it really boils down to 130 plus miles of additional range and potentially a slightly faster or potentially much faster 0 to 60 time. However, Tesla are really pushing the limits of physics here with a 1.99 second quarter mile time. So my suspicion, the Plaid Plus probably was 1.9 something seconds in terms of its 0 to 60 time. Not a huge difference. Keep in mind that in order to achieve 520 plus miles of range, the Plaid Plus would have needed much more in terms of total battery pack, which adds a whole lot more mass to the vehicle, therefore makes it even more difficult to accelerate 0 to 60. Therefore, you're not going to get that huge boost in performance. We're now over on the electric website, a little bit more additional information. Elon Musk announces Tesla is cancelling Model S Plaid Plus, don't really need more than 400 mile range. I'll get to the point here, guys. When Electric asked Musk to clarify the statement, as in Plaid Plus is cancelled, no need, as Plaid is just so good, I quote, "What we are seeing is that once you have a range above 400 miles, more range doesn't really matter. There are essentially 0 trips above 400 miles where the driver doesn't need to stop for restroom, food, coffee, etc. anyway." And it's hard to argue with Elon Musk on this point. Keep in mind, Tesla is a data-driven company and they really value simplicity. The more complexity, the more product variations, the worse it is for the company overall. Yes, in 0.0000001% of cases, somebody with the world's most insane bladder and amazing ability to not fall asleep behind the wheel after driving for 6+ hours at highway speeds, they might be like, damn son, I really wish that I had that 500+ miles of range. But realistically speaking, if the fraction of people is so tiny that would actually make use of this range that it's basically worthless, pointless to actually produce this vehicle, this is reasonably fair. Now, it would be a different case if Tesla was able to squeeze out huge amount of additional performance, a much faster 0 to 60 time, etc. But I don't think this is the case. And there's another piece of the puzzle as well. Battery supply constraints. Tesla is always thinking about how can they produce the largest number of vehicles. Remember, their mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. The extra batteries that may have been needed to go from a Plaid to a Plaid Plus could be enough to make the entire pack for Tesla's subsequent Model 2, which is soon to be released / announced / unveiled, in my opinion. Keep in mind, this is a smaller, more compact car. This is something that Tesla also needs to factor into consideration as well. They are currently cell constrained and are likely to be for many years to come. So putting huge numbers of cells in vehicles just for that additional unnecessary range, remember, I know a tiny fraction of people might find it useful, but 99.99% of consumers are not going to make use of that extra range. They're going to need to stop and recharge anyway. So Tesla's really thinking about this from a first principles point of view. How do they accelerate their mission? How do they avoid putting cells in products that aren't really going to be necessary? That being said, it certainly does look a little bit like amateur hour here. Hey guys, we've got the Plaid and you can also order the Plaid Plus edition. Next minute, it gets cancelled via a tweet. But there's also something positive in this. It shows the pace at which Tesla is moving and their willingness to adjust course as necessary based on data and information. The worst possible outcome here is for Tesla to realize that it was completely pointless to make the Plaid Plus. It would be detrimental to their mission overall. It'd slow the adoption of electric vehicles because they wouldn't be able to make as many because some cells are going to this Plaid Plus that could have been going in other vehicles. And then for Tesla to stubbornly stick to their guns and say, you know what, we're going to release this product anyway, even though the data says this is a dumb idea for multiple reasons. Oh, and one more thing. See what I did there? Well, actually, half of you probably don't see what I did there. If you're confused, just go watch the Tesla Semi unveil. You'll get it. We are now talking about the Tesla Roadster. That old thing, unveiled in 2017, 4 years later, still hasn't seen the light of day and been officially released. Well, now I'm going to go out on a limb here and hypothesize and speculate a little bit. No proof, no insider information. I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions here. I got a funny feeling, of course that's not very scientific, but it's all I've got to go on. I have a funny feeling we're going to get an update on the Tesla Roadster at the Model S Plaid event. Let's consider this for a moment. What's faster than the Tesla Plaid Model S? That's right, the Tesla Roadster, with truly insane performance. Now again, I don't know for sure. In fact, I have no idea whatsoever, and I could be completely wrong and have egg on my face come a few days' time. But I'm going out on a limb here. I think we're going to see an announcement about the Tesla Roadster deliveries commencing at some point in the near future in place of the Tesla Plaid Plus edition. Now, for those of you who need reminding, let's go and check out the stats on the Tesla Roadster, which, I'll say it right now, make the Plaid Plus edition completely unnecessary, because if you want insane performance, why would you go for Plaid Plus when you can take a quantum leap to Tesla Roadster specs? Now look at the 0 to 60 time, 1.9 seconds. Now we also know with the cold gas thrusters, this is about a 1.1 second 0 to 60 time. Absolutely insane, pretty much cheating the laws of physics because of the cold gas thrusters. But think about this for a moment. The greatest possible incremental difference between the Tesla Model S Plaid and the Plaid Plus couldn't have been any more than 0.09 of a second, because there's no way that the Tesla Plaid Plus would have been faster than the Roadster 0 to 60 time. Therefore, this incremental difference, why even bother? I think this is also part of the reason why Tesla has scratched the Plaid Plus now. If you want ridiculous performance, get the Model S Plaid. If you want absolutely absurd performance, then the Roadster is your vehicle of choice. 250 plus mile top speed, and here we go, the big kicker, a 620 mile range. So the people that are about to have a cry in the corner, oh my god, I wanted my 500 mile range. Well, here you are, 620 miles just by a Roadster instead. And just to look through the specs in detail, we've got the acceleration, 1.9 second 0 to 60 time, 4.2 second, how ironic, 0 to 100 mile time, and 8.8 second quarter mile time, top speed of over 250 miles, 620 mile range, seating for 4, which is it gets me every time. This is like the fastest car ever, fastest ever production vehicle, and it seats 4. I mean, what even is this? and a bargain base price of just $200,000. Now this is stunningly cheap when you look at comparable vehicles which actually can't even keep pace with the Tesla Roadster. You're talking about millions of dollars. These hypercars, right? Tesla Roadster, you get a handful of these Roadsters with better performance than a car that costs 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 times as much. So to sum this one up, I think Tesla have made the right decision here, although as I said, it does kind of look like amateur hour announcing a product and cancelling it via a tweet, but it does make a lot of sense. This incremental difference, this huge amount of additional battery cells going into the Plaid Plus for what? No one's actually going to make use of this range. What's the point when you've got the Tesla Plaid and then the next step from that with an actual meaningful difference in performance is the Tesla Roadster? And as I speculate, I've got a funny feeling that we're going to hear an update about the Tesla Roadster and when deliveries may begin at the Model S Plaid event. If I'm wrong, but I'm giving this more than a 50% chance of happening. And of course, I'll be covering the full event, so stay tuned for that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is this a shame? Are you disappointed Tesla's cancelled the Plaid Plus? Do you understand the reasons why? Do you have any other ideas as to why Tesla have made this decision? And do you also think that we're going to hear an update on the Tesla Roadster at this week's Plaid Model S deliveries event? I'm Stephen Mark Ryan. This is Solving the Money Problem, and I love you all. And don't forget, if you'd like up to $250 in free crypto bonuses with BlockFi, use the link in the description. You can also get 2 free stocks with WeBull and a free stock with Stake, also linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you have any ideas for future videos, let me know. I read all your comments. P.S. If you're still watching, you're awesome. If you'd like early access, exclusive videos, regular Q&As, our private Discord server and more, consider supporting the channel at patreon.com/solvingthemoneyproblem so I can keep creating content for you guys. There's a link in the description. You can now also become a member of the channel for some exclusive perks. To learn more, click the join button next to subscribe. And don't forget to check out our merch store. Either way, the best form of support is you being here and watching, so thanks again.